Hi, my name is Angela Williams, and I'm a transformation coach and a faith mentor. And I'm here with the lovely Shambi, one of my clients who took my Master Your Mountains course, and she's here to do a video testimonial. So, Shambi, why don't you introduce yourself and tell the people what you do?
Okay, hi, my name is Shamberia, Shambi for short, as Angie just said. I work in a lab currently as a lab assistant. I enjoy it. I love it. The people there are wonderful.
Awesome. Cool. So, we're going to jump right into it and we're going to start talking about, the program. Like, where were you with your self-sabotaging beliefs before you actually started the Master Your Mountains program?
Okay, so before it started, my main issue was that I did not believe in myself.
Okay.
And I say this because a lot of people, take for example, a lot of people think that, I can sing. I love to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Sing in the shower. I used to sing in church and all that. But for some reason, there was constant doubts in my mind. Like I constantly thought, hey, I'm not good enough.
Okay.
And I always used to compare myself, to, the big celebrities, the Rihanna, the Beyonce, the big celebrities. And I'm like, there's no way I sound as good as them,
Right.
So I always used to think that, I'm just not good enough in regards to, my singing,
Uh-huh.
although I loved it very much.
Right. It's something that you enjoy doing.
Yes, yes. And the thing is, people do say that I can sing. So I think it was just,
You
this
being in your
constant,
head.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. Negative self-talk. We're all
yes,
guilty of it, right?
yeah, yes, definitely.
So if you had, let's say you continue down that path, where do
hmm
you think that it would have led you had you not taken the course, the Master Your Mountains course?
So I think, as you asked that question, I remember something you told me when I told you that I had that issue. I
Mm-hmm.
remember you told me, "Hey, Shambi, you need to sing in the shower, sing anywhere that you can,
Yes.
because even if that is not your God-given purpose,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you do that, God can use you. That God can use anybody once
Yes.
you do that to bless you in another way, which will
Uh-huh.
eventually lead you to your purpose." So it's like
Yes.
every time I see that, every time I hear, every time we talk about it, I
Mm-hmm.
just think of, hey, maybe that is not my actual purpose,
Mm-hmm.
but you never know where it can get me to eventually.
Exactly.
So I feel like if I had not gone down that road, I would have, just constantly think, hey, maybe I shouldn't sing. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't do that. And
Right.
eventually, God, it would probably just stop what God has in store for me eventually,
Mm-hmm.
if you know what I'm
Yes.
talking about. So, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because the thing is, we have to start somewhere, right?
Yep.
We have to start somewhere for him to make the connections.
Right.
Yeah, it may not be the actual thing that you're supposed to do, but because you're operating in the thing that he has given you, you're using what you have now, and it will lead you to the thing that will connect you to the thing that you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
I know that sounds like a mouthful, but yes, and that's what Master Your Mountains is all about. It's about
Exactly.
actually going through the process so that you can hone in on what it is you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm glad to hear that. So, what would you say stood out most about me as a teacher, a coach, and a mentor throughout this process?
I mean, other than your wonderful personality, I've been saying that to you constantly, and I will say it over and over again.
Thank
The
you.
main thing that stood out for me is that you do not judge.
Right.
I feel like I've spoken to you about a lot of personal issues,
Mm-hmm.
and you just listen attentively, and you have never once judged me.
Mm-mm.
And I think that's a key thing people look for in
Yes.
regards to actually pouring out, whether it is a secret or just, opening up to someone. People look for someone that will not judge them.
Mm-hmm.
And you are all that and more. So
Thank
I'm just
you.
grateful to you for listening and for not judging when I came to you with, my little issues.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's a judgment-free zone with me, guys,
Yes.
because we all have something that we need to overcome.
Exactly.
We all have something that we're faced like a challenge. So
Yeah.
there's no judgment with me at all. And
And I am so grateful.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I really want, people to know
Yeah.
it's definitely a judgment free zone with
Yes,
Master
it
Your Mouth.
is. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Thank you
So
so much for that.
thank you. Thank you for that, for the feedback. So I do appreciate that. So what would you say was your biggest like aha moment? What was that big thing for you that stood out about the program, and why was it so valuable? Like your whatever your light bulb moment was, your lesson, something you learned from the program.
Um, that's a good question. I think it was the ability for us to have faith. And it might sound like, everybody knows about faith, people should have faith. But the thing is, I, me personally, have grown up in church and
Yes.
I've constantly been hearing about faith. But the thing is, for me, it's different just hearing it
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to actually having to live it. And I remember I was going through, a little situation, and I remember there was a particular section in the course where we were speaking on faith, power and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so weird because it just that word that you gave came just at the right time where I needed to exercise faith.
Yes.
And let me tell you, my faith has just increased tremendously, I must say.
Oh,
And it
awesome.
was so timely. It was so timely. So it's like it before, I mean, like I said, I was just hearing it, never
Yes.
had to, put it to action. But
Mm-hmm.
it's different when you go through a situation and you actually have to put those words to action. Let me tell
Yes.
you, when you're going through the trials and you have to put those words to action.
Yes.
And I remember you just constantly, stressing on it. Faith, hey guys, it's not just a word, it's a very powerful word. And
Mhm.
without it, nothing can be done. Nothing
Right.
can be done.
What's
So
my
I think
favorite
I think
saying?
that's the main highlight for me.
What's my favorite saying? Stay out of faith's business.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's good though. That's good that you took that away from the course, because that
Yes.
is key, because a lot of people hear faith,
Hmm.
but they make it complicated, and it's
They
not
do.
complicated.
It
And
really
so
isn't.
I know that I have a gifting in that area to make faith less complicated and make
Yes.
it
Yes.
doable, relatable. So I'm really glad that you pointed that out. So
Yes.
the last thing I want to ask you is, what advice would you have for the person that is sitting there contemplating whether or not they should sign up for this course? Because, not everybody will know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So what advice could you offer them about the course and about, actually signing up?
Okay, first, I think it will work that I give them my testimony, because
Hmm.
since I've started that course, I've had several testimonies, from
Hmm.
my faith growing to, actual situations where I spoke to you about it, we prayed about it, and I've
Hmm.
seen the results.
Yes.
Um, so I'm gonna give them that testimony. And also, like I said before, you know what? You're a person that do not judge.
Hmm.
And a lot of people will, think twice when it comes to telling others their situations,
Yes.
just because they don't want that sort of judgment, that sort of
Hmm.
label. I'm gonna tell them, hey, this person, I know her, I've dealt with her.
Yes.
She is judgment free. This is a judgment free zone. The
Absolutely.
information will not go anywhere other than
Exactly.
who you're speaking it to. So a
Exactly.
lot of people need that assurance, and I'm definitely going to give that to them. And also, you give advice based on Bible,
Hmm.
and that's another thing that is very important. All of your advice, all the advice that you've given me were based on Bible scriptures.
Yes.
You constantly phrase Bible scriptures to me, so you know what you're doing, and you're
Yeah.
including God. It's not only about what you know, but also
Exactly.
you're including God. You're allowing God to use you to give advice. So I think once people know that,
Hmm.
they will be all down to this program. This program was awesome. I loved it.
Thank
And all I
you.
want to do is tell people more and more and more, hey, they need to join this. You need to
Yes,
join
and they
this.
need to listen. They need to listen
Yes.
to you, because you know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. I've
Well, I
been through it.
really,
I've been through it, and I loved it.
well, I do appreciate you being a part of it. You were such a pleasure to have in the group. And
Thank you.
with all the other ladies and the community, it was just an awesome experience. And again, I am so looking forward to seeing where God is leading you in all of your
Definitely.
endeavors. And
Definitely.
thank you so much for taking the time out to actually do this video testimonial.
Thank you so
So,
much for having me.
You're
It was
welcome.
a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, I want you to enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.